Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime. So the other day I posted a video about why I chose a Canon T7i. I got a lot of views, a lot of people were interested. I actually had some emails asking what other types of equipment I use. Well, I just bought something I wanted to try out just for myself with some new things that I'm thinking about launching on the channel. And I figured this might not be a bad time to do another unboxing. So I am going to do the Corsair Gaming Strafe Keyboard. Stay tuned. Alright, so now I'm going to do my unboxing of this bad boy. So it is the Corsair Gaming Strafe Mechanical Keyboard. So one thing that I really look for in keyboards, first of all, is that it's a mechanical keyboard. I love the way that mechanical switches work and feel when you're typing on them so much more than the membrane switches or scissor switches. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the Apple keyboards or your standard kind of membrane keyboard that you would find from like a $10 HP or Dell keyboard. So it's nothing that I've really liked. I love the mechanical switches because of the actuation point and the quality that you get, and they tend to last forever. Like, this thing is 50, like each switch has 50 million actions on its rating, and it has a lifetime warranty. So, I mean, how do you get much better than it? You don't. The other reason I got this was because of this right here. I bought a keyboard that has the new Cherry MX Silent switch on it. I am going to be using this for gaming, and I play games like Overwatch and Diablo, sometimes World of Warcraft, and that has a lot of button presses. When I use my other keyboard from CyberPower, which is just basically like an ASIO reskin using Cherry MX Blue switches, it is very clacky and it irritates the shit out of my wife. So I decided to get this because if I'm also wanting to do something like type and record audio at the same time, it's nice that you don't hear what sounds like a machine gun being fired from my desk. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Alright, so like I said, I got the straight keyboard, Cherry MX Silent switches. It has red key backlighting. Also, like I said, an extremely robust warranty on it. It actually has a 32-bit ARM processor, multimedia keys. It has a pretty high hertz refresh rate, 1000 hertz through USB. And it also has some other features. So let's take a look at it. All right. First thing you'll notice is a little strafe packaging, and the first thing I see here is, look at this. Look at this. I have a key puller, and I also have some switches. So these are for, some keycaps. So this is for if you're using it for a MOBA. This is for first-person shooter. I will probably equip the first-person shooter keys on here because of Overwatch, and I like to know where my WASD keys are located. So let's set that there. Warranty and user manual. Probably what it comes down to is if your keyboard breaks, here's how you return it, and here's how you change the lighting configuration on the keyboard. So next is pulling out the keyboard itself, or not, because there is a cable here. So let's pull this out first. Really kind of robust keyboard. I don't know why there are, oh, now I know why. Okay, so there are two things here. One's for the USB pass-through, which it does have, and the other one is for the actual USB input for the keyboard. So the one with the little keyboard is that. The one for the input or pass-through is right there. So that makes sense as to why I have that. And now I'm going to pull this up and out and set this down. So, pulling out plastic. Ta-da! So, it has a really cool kind of red kind of PCB that is plugged into. It feels very solid. Like, I can't really twist this at all. So, good solid construction, non-slip, as you can see by me shaking the world, legs. I like this textured spacebar right here. That's very nice. And also, it looks like it has a Windows lock button, which is great when you're playing games. And what looks like will be the lighting control. I'm going to take this off. Thank you, Corsair, for protecting your logo. Thank you, Corsair, for protecting your logo. And that's kind of where I am at with this. So, from a push standpoint, that's me. I'm very quiet. To give you some contrast, that is my keyboard that I use on a regular basis. Yes, I know it's dirty. It needs to be cleaned. Don't care. But this is what I get when I push some of the keys here. Much quieter, significantly quieter. So I'm gonna push this back. I'm gonna bring this back up. One of the things that interested me is how quiet this was. So overall, just an extremely quiet keyboard with a kind of a light actuation trigger on the keyboard itself. Another thing I liked about it is that this is the first mechanical keyboard that I've had that is linear and doesn't have a tactile actuation point. So it goes straight down and there's no bump like you get like when you're like so I kind of hit that click and it kind of follows through after that. Here it just goes straight through. It's a very smooth feeling. So let's see what it's like when I plug it in. Oh, that's pretty. That's very pretty. I like red keys. I actually like them way more than blue keys. It's a night vision thing. So, this actually comes with software that you can install. It doesn't come with the software. You can just go install the software. But it allows you to do some advanced configuration of your keys. So, you can change the lighting detail. You can do a lot of things with it. And I'm probably going to tinker around with some of it right now. Alright, so now I've downloaded the software and I'm going to go in and take a look to see what options are available for me to customize my keyboard. So let's take a look at the Strife. So this right now, this is the default settings that I have. I haven't touched anything yet. So from actions, there's a macro recorder and I'm probably not going to use that. Just because I don't do much unless I'm going to macro another application that's kind of external, like when I'm video editing. But in the meantime, for games, I don't do a lot of macros unless I make the game macros in game, so I'm just going to kind of leave this be. Lighting effects, however, this is something I want to look at. So this one is called Visor by the looks of it. I guess we can speed up and slow down how fast my keyboard is going to be scrolling across. And I'm looking at it from my standpoint. It looks pretty cool, but that's kind of annoying. Like, I can change opacity, make it lighter, and it makes it lighter over here. I'm not liking that. So let's take a look at some of the other options. One is rain, and it makes your keyboard look very matrixy, I guess. Let's speed it up because things always look funny when they're faster. Yeah, see, that would irritate the crap out of me if I'm playing a game. Pulse, and yeah, no, that's not another one that I want to deal with. Wave, oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm not going to use that either. Type key, so if I hit a key like that, it pops up, which is kind of cool because I mean it's there. Like if I'm typing, I might say, hey, this is kind of a cool one, but I mean I'm not going to use it for gaming because I actually want to see my colors. The ripple, yeah, so this kind of has a different effect to it that would be super distracting if I'm playing a game. So I'm not going to be using that one either. Yeah. And then the last option is static color. That's probably where I'm going to stay, because I like to see where my keys are at when I'm playing games, but I don't want it to be distracting. If I always have it there, I can always look down and say, oh yeah, this is where I want to like hit a key, or yeah, it's good to know that's there. And then in the dark, red lighting helps, doesn't take away your night vision, so that's good. It will definitely be a good change of pace for me to just have a nice red backlit keyboard that is a consistent. Now, if I'm saying, hey, it's too dark, I can kind of drop the tone of the color some, which is a very interesting option. But for me, 255, that is probably good enough for what I want to use. So you know what? I like this. I'm gonna move on. So performance. This is where it kind of talks about some of the other options you have. So you can actually say, hey, when I click the Win Lock button over here in the corner, I want that to disable the Windows key, or Shift Tab, or Alt 4 tab, or Alt 4 or Alt Tab. So that way I don't do something like accidentally open the Windows menu by accident, or Alt Tab over into something else. Now, if you're like me, I like to be able to Alt Tab out of my games, because I'm normally doing other stuff. I need to switch windows and do something else. I play in windowed mode for most of my stuff because of that. So I don't want to disable these things for the most part, but the Windows key would be very helpful in disabling. So let's do a test. Windows is there. I can't open it, but can I Shift Tab or Alt Tab? Yeah, I can. So that's nice. This is exactly the type of functionality I would want on a keyboard, and that's why I bought this keyboard. All right, now that I got both keyboards hooked up, I'm going to do a test run of what it's like playing a Diablo Grift using this keyboard. One thing to note is I am not going to put on the music, mostly because I don't want any sort of background noise to be there. I want you to hear just how loud the keys are with each different keyboard being used. So let's go ahead and get this started. And halfway through this Grift, I will just swap out the keyboards and I'll try the other one. And I'm doing the Bonado build using the, what is this thing called? The Inaria set on the Necromancer, the new DLC for Diablo 3. Woo! That hurt. That hurt. Nope. Maximum effort, don't die. So, I mean, overall, I mean, it's not that bad on something like Diablo. But in a second, I'll probably run into a champion pack, and then I will blow my Land of the Dead cooldown. I think it's called Land of the... Yeah. And at that point, I'm going to just start spamming the shit out of some keys, and it's going to get super loud. All right, so now I'm gonna fight the Rifter Guardian. Let's take a look here. Who do I got? Ember. Awesome. Thank you. Gonna slash you a couple times, build up the stacks, and then just pummel you. Spam. All right. So that is Cherry MX Blues playing Diablo 3. Now I'm gonna do another run in which I have the other keyboard and try to find some of those spammy moments and see if you can tell a difference. All right, so now I have the Corsair Red Strafe using the silent Cherry MX switches, and let's see what the difference is like when I'm playing. Same Grift level. But so far, it's a significant difference in how loud this is. Oh, all right, so it looks like I'm going to be, well, assuming I live through this, I'm going to be popping Land of the Dead here in a second. And spam. And that's dead. Spam, 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 spam. So, I mean, this is significantly more silent than my other keyboard, just on the few minutes I've had this thing. I will admit I do miss the tactile feel of activating the keys. It's just, I've had, like I said, I've had browns and blues for so long on my cherry switches that not having them feels a little weird right now, but it's not unpleasant. There are still good quality keys that have a nice press to them. I just also like that tactile bump. I just wish there was a way to kind of find a middle ground between having that tactile bump and the silent quality that I'm getting out of these keys, because I really do enjoy this keyboard a lot. It's nice. And I only paid, like, maybe, if I remember correctly, $80 for this keyboard, or it might have been $89.99. I'll have to check the price. I'll post it on Amazon. But it's one of those where it's not bad at all, and I'm like I said, I'm really enjoying playing on this keyboard. It's nice. Oh, let's see if I can survive this. Yes, grab the pylon. And you know, I am a pylon player. I don't care. I don't compete for leaderboard or anything like that. So anybody who's complaining about me being on pylon, whatever. All right, so I'm getting close to the Grift Guardian. Let's see here. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. All right, so let's see how loud this is when I spam it. I've got Rhyme for my Guardian. Woo! It's gonna hurt. And spam, 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 spam. That was it. Super, super quiet. So I'm gonna grab my stuff and go to the pawn shop. I mean the repair institution. So anyway, yeah, that's my comparison between the Corsair Strafe Red and my ASIO clone from CyberPower with the Cherry MX Blue switches. So if you like today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if there's other types of things you want me to do. Like I said, some people ask me what type of other equipment I use. Well, this is sort of the other stuff I use. It's not a necessarily wine on the dime thing, but you know what? I will be drinking wine at some point while messing with this keyboard, so it kind of is from that angle. But if there's anything else you want me to review, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do it. So like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if there's anything else, and I'll see you guys again soon with another episode of Wine on the Dime Sans Keyboard Review. Have a good one.